This is Baron J67 coming to you again with another trigger warning with Killer Mike episode review, and today we're talking about episode 4. Now, this episode is probably, so far, has been the most trigger warning, triggering episode. You're talking about black people and their Jesus, their white Jesus and their Christianity. Now, Killer Mike, as soon as I seen the title, as soon as I seen the episode, I was like, oh, this is going to piss off a lot of people. More so than any of the other episodes that came up. And it's kind of funny how he put this in the middle towards the end of his series. I like how he did that. But the idea of his perspective is that the church has been a real bane in the black community. You know, whether it be through giving up your finances and money into this church that doesn't financially give back to you. This institution, not even that it's a church, but just an institution, period. You're putting money into it, and all you're getting back is hope and a good boost of charity and faith, which aren't necessarily bad things. But if you're already low economically, giving to an entity that's not gonna produce back, such as like a bank or investing or whatnot, you're investing in your afterlife and not in your current one. So I could totally, I get it. I see why he totally pissed off, why it was a hinder to, why he believes it's a hinder. Now, some people need church. Some people need that, whether it be structure, whether it be the guidance that comes from the Bible, the Quran, whatever religion. But today we're talking about white Jesus and Christianity in the black community. The whole idea that, I love what he said about not being able to see the divinity within yourself. Because they even, within the episode, they talked about how a lot of religions, the Messiah or the chosen one or the God does not necessarily look like the majority of people that follow that religion. And that whole idea that you don't see the divinity within you, that struck with me. It's like, no, I'm clearly, you tell me based on the Christian faith that I'm created in God's image. So, hey, like he must look something, he or she must look something like me. And then I like the route of him going and talking to Creflo Dollar, which, I like how he put emphasis on the jet, because if I'm not mistaken, and let me know in the comments, I think there was a big problem about that a few years ago of him getting the jet and asking for the church to help pay for it and fund it so he can get his ministries across the world and bring more people over to Christ. That was hilarious. And also picking his best friend Sleepy, which I'm so happy they did, because that dude Sleepy had me rolling the entire episode. The fact that his face did not change. The whole episode, throughout it all, no matter what, he was just being sleepy. And the church is asleep. And then the fact that he even went to, he went through the process of to create a Bible. Now, the dude who he was going to go have write the Bible, I believe his name was Patrick. I didn't catch his last name. He was hype. He was so pumped up to a level 10,000 and it complete. I got notes written. That's why I keep looking down. He was so pumped up and so hyped that I was like, oh God, this dude's wired. And then it was so funny to see the media publishing group deny the idea of publishing the Bible. They were like, no, we're not publishing your religious text. And then how Killer Mike even asked, like, is this because Oprah told you not to do it? Is Oprah against me? And I'm just sitting there like, wow, he's even calling out Oprah on Netflix. Like, come on, Killer Mike. But the idea of the Church of Sleep, because that's the religion that ended up being formed in this episode. The tenets behind it, I love. I mean, and it's something, I mean, I don't think everybody should go join the Church of Sleep, but I think everybody should take from it, because it's, lack of sleep is a huge thing that we deal with, and I know I deal with it myself. So he, not only did you create the Church of Sleep after and with the Messiah Sleepy, Killer Mike went and talked to a sleep expert, like one of the top sleep experts who has a big time book out and all that other fun stuff, and verified and talked about how even science backs that a proper sleep will make you a better person and give you better experiences. So why not build a whole spiritual organization around the function of sleep? So, and it's not and sleep is necessary for a healthy life. It's not optional. You can't claim you're healthy but only sleep 2-3 hours a day. And then one of the things that was crazy was when you get lack of sleep, you're less empathetic and you're easily angered. I thought that was crazy. And then the sleep journals, that was so dope. I actually made me want to start one, getting my sleep journal together. And seeing how it affected the people within that short time span. They just took a 15-minute nap, and here it is. They're talking to their new Messiah, Sleepy, and they're pouring out their souls, and you could just see this weight lifted off of people immediately, just with some rest, clearing your mind, and having somebody to just talk about it with. So mental health is important, and sleep is clearly important. But let me see what else I got in my notes. And then I like one thing I always, when it comes to any religion, when it comes to any church, because we're not any religion, we're talking about Christianity. When I see a church that I like, it's usually because of what they do outside of the building. Because you can always, you can have service anywhere, but when it's the charity that you do, and not even just giving money to an organization, but going out, like I want to see, if I see a nice church, I want the community out around the nice church to be nice. Not saying that the church has to go out and buy houses, but the church should be making sure the roads are paved because they're getting enough money. Why not? Every church I've grown up in, even down to the smallest, they got a lot of money, and I know bills is high, but they ain't that high. And I just feel when you invest in your community, you're more likely to get the community to come to you. Like, hey, look what this church here is doing. They're over here. They made sure to feed all these homeless. They made sure to create this homeless shelter so we don't see a bunch of homeless people in the streets. Then, so you got homeless people off the streets. That's something churches can do. Then, oh, hey, the church has been going out cleaning up the roads. Look, the neighborhood is so nice, and that's because of this specific group of people. What makes them so special? Oh, hey, thank you for showing me how your Jesus, your God is. Like, I always felt charity should be the main tenet of any church. Like, hey, let's show people God and not just tell them about it. So that was something really dope that they did. They took all the pillows and blankets and stuff from their first, I guess, church sermon, and they went and handed them out to the homeless to make sure that people had blankets and pillows so they could sleep a little better. What else happened? I like how the people started feeling value. And then the fact that he threw church in a strip club. Dope. Dopest thing I ever seen. He had church at a strip club, and he had his Messiah, Sleepy, sitting on the stage receiving people's thoughts and prayers, not even prayers, their thoughts, and just how they felt. And it was just cool that people got to get that value, that somebody is listening to them, that somebody is there and they care, like right in front of them. It's right there. Also, they had these blue robes, and I'm rambling, I'm sorry guys. They had these blue robes that they said Killer Mike said, once you put it on, you don't deal with anybody else's problems. And you're not talking about anybody else's problems once you put that robe on. And it's time for you, and you're a better man. And I'm like, you know what? Everybody needs selfish time. Everybody needs that. You gotta take care of yourself. What I'm doing right now is my selfish time. My kids aren't here. My wife's not in here. This is my selfish time. So everybody needs that because it makes you a better person. You feel better. So now that they got an object to put on, like, don't bother me. You see what I've got on. You see I got my blue robe on. And then overall, the biggest thing I took away from this was how important sleep is and sleep journals, but mainly seeing the divinity in yourself and seeing how important you are, and knowing that once you value yourself more and you take more responsibility, you automatically move different instead of putting it on whether it be outside sources of whether it be a religious deity or some evil out there causing your problems or causing your good. No, you take responsibility and you move a little different. You feel a little more proud. You sit up a little more straighter. So I really believe that episode was solid. I know it pissed off a whole lot of people. And actually, I want you guys in the comments to let me know what you thought of that episode. And what do you guys, what would, if you created your own church, what would be the main point of the church? Like, what would be your main tenet, your main, what the church is built on? I would create the church of action, the church of doing. Like, just do it. As long as it's not hurting anybody or as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, I say church of do it. Make moves. Go out and create the company. Go out and apply for the job. Go ask the guy, ask the girl out. Go, I don't know. Go to that new club. Go play golf. Go play Batman. Go, just try it. The church of doing, or church of action. I think that's what mine would be. But let me know below, and then check out Nerds Noir. Check out the brand Nerds Noir. Check out my podcast I do with my brother T Jones, Adventures of the Black Nerds. Also, please subscribe. I need all the help I can get. And then let's talk in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought of it. And I'm rambling a lot. I'm Baron J67. Peace.